come in and try to hit you with a strong attack. But he's I think better or more. He has a higher propensity than Icy Mojo does to look for that one like puff on landing, puff before she takes off. After a move, like how do I get this hit? And I think in this matchup in particular, it's better suited.
Yeah, absolutely. That's definitely what you want to go for more so as an Ice Climber is against a puff, and that was pretty much what cost Icy Mojo is that he wasn't doing that. So we'll see if Cool Lime can do a better job of it. Cool Lime, obviously the higher seeded Ices, definitely has a lot more big wins, so I think this is going to be definitely a little tougher for Jerry than it was.
And it's worth mentioning, I remember watching one of the Xanadus on my phone. I was in the car. I don't remember where I was going. I saw Cool Lime take a set from Jerry. I saw in the stats he actually is down only by 1 set, 4-3 this season. So, like we were saying, this Icy's, he's got a shot.
Yeah, absolutely. And Cool Lime just went for like 3 straight grabs, and this time he finds one out of an ice block.
Wow, she is so sad.
Yeah.
The character reaction to wobbling is ridiculous. Like Yoshi's super funny, but like Puff is just
that's pretty heartbreaking. All right, but there goes Nana. So that being said, I honestly think that out of all the top characters in the game, Sopo might have one of the at least as far as punish game and stuff goes, there's not a ton Puff can do in terms of like comboing Sopo.
Yeah.
She wins the neutral hard, but it gives a little bit more of an opportunity for Sopo to make something happen.
Like it's still like a pretty low tier character, but relative to everything else, yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know if you noticed what I did right away. It seems like the MO from Cool Lime is let Jerry whiff an aerial. A lot of times after an aerial, Jerry does not have the time to jump up again. And that's one of the things that like, yeah, Puff doesn't have to land and have landing lag. There's still recovery frames at the end of every move.
Yeah.
So after Jerry throws out an aerial, it seems like he's doing it on the way down a lot. He's not able to jump again. So it's wait for a whiff, slide in there and get a grab.
Yeah.
And that's been the game plan that's just been rinsed repeated by Cool Lime so far. So I'm interested to see, will Jerry start going for some rising aerials?
Yeah.
Will he start doing like rising pounds?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Very unfortunate for Cool Lime there. Nana just basically killed herself with a down air off stage. So great for Jerry, of course. But yeah, we might have to see a bit more of an adjustment from Jerry than we did against Icy Mojo.
And you know, I think that what's good about the strategy from Cool Lime is he doesn't have to make that strong commitment on like a falling aerial. He can just like sort of be like, all right, I see he's like in this zone where he might back air. He can't directly hit me. I'm going to just be poised for if he does throw out an aerial. If he does, I go grab him. If not, I need to just give him a little bit of space, and then we'll try to do it again. And it seems like a really good strategy in a matchup where, like previously, we saw an Ices who did look like he didn't quite have a strong Puff-specific game plan figured out. Definitely, Cool Lime's done his homework against this character in particular.
Yeah, absolutely. You can definitely see it in the play.
And you see the pounds, and you can see right there, Cool Lime tries the same exact thing. He sees the pound, comes in right after with a grab, but the pound's a little too high for the grab, so he's going to have to come in with something else instead.
For sure.
Even if it's just like a nair. Maybe that's not a good idea.
Maybe not nair, but an aerial in general might be able to work.
I don't know which one.
Back air would be ideal, but usually he's facing
the wrong way.
Yeah, so
maybe this is I remember watching, I guess it was Wobbles quite a bit would do this. He'd face backwards in some matchups sometimes.
Yeah.
Because you can easily turn around and then wave dash and grab. But if you're just backwards, you threaten the
back
first
air.
Yeah, or the quick down smash if they're on the ground.
Oh
too.
yeah, as well, because
both.
it comes out behind Icy's first actually. So
in fact, I don't remember what set I saw. It might have been Evo 2013 in the set versus HBox that I saw him go to that strategy sometimes.
Right. Yeah, you'll see a lot of Icies do jab, turn around, down smash as well for that reason instead of just jab, down smash. So, ooh, tries to catch him, floating back to the ledge, but not quite there.
Almost feels like Cool Lime's using like FPS skills. Like he's like tracking the drift of Jerry and just trying to like match it with his wave dash. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Yeah, it's cool to see. The positioning is definitely very, very good overall. But that being said, still down a stock after getting that early wobble, but finds another. And Jerry, again, a bit too high a percent this time to mash out.
Yeah, there's no big one-stock leads versus Ice Climbers, but this one's a little bigger than it looks like because Nana's at a pretty high percent.
Yeah.
Like, she's ready to go.
Yeah, one strong. Ooh. I thought Jerry
She
might just like
taunts.
pull the trigger on a forward smash or something there, because honestly, getting punished by Sopo is worth it sometimes when you kill Nana guaranteed, and last stock situations are the most worth it time.
Yeah, it's either a grab or like a down smash, pretty much. So.
Oh, and the handoff.
Wow.
Great stuff from Cool Lime, and he's going to take this game 1.
We saw that earlier. When Nana gets the grab and it's guaranteed like near an edge, so she always throws off the edge,
Right.
he's like 100% ready. He reacts so quick to that throw.
Mm.
And sometimes it does come really fast.
Yeah. Nicely done from Cool Lime. Fighting from behind most of that match. Manages to sneak in that wobble and take game 1. That being said, though, Jerry probably not too phased. Oh, wow. The kind of drift, he was kind of moving back and forth a little bit just to keep it tricky. Worked out for him. But, yeah, Jerry, again, lost game 1 to Icy Mojo as well. And then we saw a dominant set from there on. So not going to be quite as easy against Cool Lime, of course, but...
Yep. And what I'm seeing this game is we've seen on FD over and over and over again this tournament how different you have to play a matchup. Cool Lime is actually playing this matchup way different.
Yeah.
What he's doing a lot of is he's like desyncing his ICs. I think it's desyncing. I only happened a few times. And then he'll do like a jab or a tilt or something with Nana on the ground and get Popo up in the air to threaten like the airspace of Puff, because Puff obviously has a big airspace advantage.
Right.
Where she can fly anywhere she wants, and the ICs don't have a good like safe way to get to her without a platform.
Ooh, and that looked like just one hit of down air, but still manages to combo into the up smash. Nicely done.
Actually hard as crap. I can't do that. Maybe it's not. I just can't do it.
I've never tried it, honestly. It looks like it's not that hard, but I feel like that's just because Puff players are so good at it.
Recently, so shout outs to Kat from my region who plays Jigglypuff. He said, so you know if you like, there's like a window on text where if you try to input a tech, you can't input one for a while again.
Right.
That doesn't work. That's not the same with L cancels. So he just spams Z over and over and over again when he's drilling, and it like always gets it. I'm like, oh wait, okay, that makes sense. I get it now. And then that's why like drill grab is so easy.
Right.
You just do the drill and you just spam Z, and then you L cancel it and grab them.
Wow.
And then you
That's hilarious.
So it might actually be really easy, and I just didn't know how to do it before.
Oh man.
I was trying to time it. I could not.
As if Puff wasn't easy enough to play.
Yeah.
Ooh. Unfortunate for Cool Lime, and this is looking eerily similar to the set against Icy Mojo earlier, where Jerry barely got comebacked on in game 1.
Yeah.
And then dominant counter pick on FD.
The percents are flipped at this point in his game versus Icy Mojo. He had 24%, not 42. That's the only real difference.
Oh, and finds the jab grab. So Cool Lime gonna at least do a bit better than Icy Mojo did on FD. At the worst. But yeah, Jerry definitely looking much stronger in this game overall. Again, FD just clearly a pretty good stage, especially for Jerry's style of Puff, where he's always in the air. He's not really giving you the chances to catch him on the ground.
That was clever. Like Tomahawk Pound?
Yeah.
That's new.
Yeah, I think he went for that, seeing how small the shield was getting.
Yeah, that's
Smart
true.
stuff.
Might have even broken it if it hit.
Yeah.
Because that's a lot of shield damage to Pound do. Yeah, Jerry's been picking his landings really well, which I think is really important considering how Game 1 went. Cool Lime got that first stock really quickly, mainly because of those falling aerials. So Jerry, a lot of the time, is doing just like really, really safe aerials, then trying to land in a safe space.
Yeah.
So I think Cool Lime might have to play not more aggressive, maybe more forward if he wants to contest that somehow.
Yeah, just close the gap a little bit quicker.
Yeah. Or at least, like, if he doesn't want to contest it directly, at least take just that much stage. Because there are times where you are putting yourself in danger because suddenly you are in Puff's back air range. Because Jerry feels so threatened and unable to do that falling bear, he's not going to throw it out. So instead, you get a little bit of ground.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's like a little consolation. But, you know, in a matchup that's like seems like this difficult, you have to take every little bit you can get as ICs.
For sure.
And that includes stage.
Oh, nicely done there. Catching Jerry trying to get to the edge. And I'm surprised a second ago, Jerry definitely had Nana in a great position for rest. I'm kind of surprised he didn't go for it.
Yeah.
I think just taking care of the threat, basically, is definitely worth it, even if you get punished by Sopo for it.
You know when you're like up in like 3 stocks or 2 and you're playing against Ices, you're like, man, I can still lose. As soon as you KO Nana, you're like, we're good. We're all right. Everything's fine now.
Every time it basically feels like you won the game. It's just like, okay, Nana's dead. We're good. You got to be a little careful to not get too comfortable in those situations, but it's usually a wrap.
Yeah, I mean, Ice Climbers go from one of the scariest characters in the game, along with, I don't know, it depends who you're playing against, but a lot of the times I think of like Puff, Falcon, and Ices as the really scary characters because it feels like out of nowhere they can just end your stocks.
Yeah.
And Sopo just doesn't have that same threat anymore. Pokemon Stadium. Counter pick. That it does look pretty similar to FD just because it's a long, flat stage. But you got those two platforms. That's something. You got the closer blast zones.
Right.
Not only on top, but also to the sides.
Right. Jerry, very good at target switching against Ices, as you can see right now.
That's enough.
Oh, okay.
Hits Popo off this time.
Yeah.
Save.
And I really like that Jerry's contesting the side B. A lot of people will just kind of let side B go. Like they're like, I'm probably going to get hit if I try to go for this. It's actually not that hard to just beat Ice Climber's side B with a back air or whatever.
Yeah, and for other characters, a lot of them can come like from either on top or underneath because the hitboxes are purely like straight to the side. Yeah, so for that last stock, it took a long time to see it, but if you rewind and look over it again, it was actually Cool Limes trying to save Nana that ended up getting his Popo killed. Yeah. Whether or not that's worth it, you know, it might actually be.
Yeah. Because I mean, if you leave Nana dead, then you're still in a really bad spot either way. I mean, he might have just, you know, ended up not getting any extra percent and dying anyway. So I respect the choice, but I think there's kind of two schools of thought generally with that, with Ice Climbers players, and most Ice Climbers definitely tend to favor the saving option.
Yeah, definitely.
Chu is one of the most notable examples of someone who will frequently let Nana die to take the positional advantage. Especially
when he's going to like get an immediate edgeguard opportunity.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, I mean, you know this better than anybody, he's got that Sopo edge guarding. A lot of Ices, I feel like they think about, they look at, they practice Ice Climber edge guarding like together. There's a lot of really strong things you could do, having one grab the edge and then another one cover on stage, or one on a platform, one on the stage.
Yeah.
Sopo doesn't have all that stuff, but he's still got some decent edge guarding tools. Especially he can get really far on the stage fast with the ledge dash. So, you know.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think that definitely letting Nana die to take the slight advantage is definitely a lot more of a thing for people with really good Sopos.
Yes. And sometimes you can see that they have to put themselves so far out that it's like definitely an immediate edgeguard opportunity.
Right. And so Nana goes down on this stock. Jerry taking his sweet time, not giving up any opportunities for Cool Lime to try to make something happen. Gets the drill into up smash. And two-stock lead. Cool Lime looking a little lost since that game one.
Another rock transformation. They've been kind of fighting it, like, sort of.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Ooh, that's huge. And that borderline. Oh, man, and he didn't get the wobble.
And he didn't get the handoff either. Wow.
Wow, that's so unfortunate for Cool Lime.
It looked kind of like he kind of got caught up on all the scaffolding.
Yeah, I think so. Unfortunate.
And, you know, he did die off the side, too. But it was also kind of like a slow KO. Like, they were traveling the air for a long time.
Maybe worked out for Jerry very well in that sense.
Yeah, it could have actually been better if Cool Lime was at a higher percent and died faster.
Yeah. Should have DI'd bad on purpose. Just smash down.
Yeah. We go for the hard read up smash. But you know what? Like, those kind of hard reads are actually pretty low risk because Puff's not close enough to do anything about it.
Right, right.
All you're doing is kind of giving her the center of the stage for a potential kill. And that's something at this point that Cool Lime thinks is worth it. Yeah. For a lot of players, you say that like that sort of up smash, it looks like they're getting antsy, like they're fishing for the kill too hard. For Cool Lime, I think it's measured, actually.
Yeah, I think so, too. That's generally the kind of player he is, so. And on Jerry's end, I really like that. I mean, we talked about this a little bit earlier. He sticks to his guns just because he had this huge lead. He didn't start like going in more. He's playing the same style he's been playing the entire set.
Yeah.
So nicely done from Jerry. Going up 2-1 and looking to meet Vist in winners finals.
Jerry has a sort of interesting thing about him, and I only really realized it when I was watching him play Dragon Ball. And then I started to see it in Melee too, where he'll, like, every player that, like, is any good, to be honest. Has like a sort of like rotation of mix-ups, sort of like rotation of strategies that they do. Jerry sort of has like he puts that set of mix-ups in another category. So he's like a paradigm. So he's like, I'll do one of these 3 things and they each beat different stuff, or one of these 3 things and they each beat different stuff.
Right.
Or like one of these that pulls this one from this category and 2 other things. So like you think about like the pound mix-up was working so well and he went away from it. But he was doing like either pound or falling aerial. When he stopped doing that, he started playing totally different. And then he was either landing or doing like, he was either landing or just like jumping up more.
Right.
So I don't know like what exactly makes him want to go with one type of mix-up over the other. But it's really interesting to me that he doesn't, like he gets in like a mode, but it's not a mode of doing one thing. It's in a mode of doing like
a few things.
Yeah, and then he'll like stop all of those things and go to a whole new set of options.
Right.
And I think that's what's really good about that is it makes it really hard to like figure them out. It's almost like another layer. Like you have to be like, which version of Jerry am I facing right now?
Right.
Is it the one that does the pound and the falling back air? Is it the one that like retreats to the platform, does the like runaway back air or land? Like which one is it?
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's pretty cool. I never really like thought about adding another level like that before.
Yeah, Jerry making it really hard for Cool Lime to get a read on him in general. Cool Lime keeps trying to wave dash in, find the jab, and then hit confirm that into a grab, but Jerry's just never there.
Never there.
I love that song.
That's cake, right?
Yeah.
I love cake.
Ooh, and not quite going to do it because that was not a double smash. It was only one. Double definitely would have done it.
Some edge cancel. I guess Jerry likes edge cancel on this stage, isn't it? Before, too.
Yep. Oop, and
back air
and
does it.
Yeah, so Jerry actually DI'd too far up and ended up dying for it. It's funny when like the good DI is actually what's typically the bad DI.
Yeah, like survival DI got him KO'd. You think no DI might have lived? Might have, right?
Maybe, yeah. It was pretty close. Like it looked like he kind of barely died. So yeah, no DI might have worked as well.
That's funny.
All right, catches a pound there. Cool Lime starting to get a little bit of traction here.
Something ice climbers rarely have is traction.
Okay, and yeah, this time Cool Lime does try to punish Jerry instead of saving Nana, but as you can see, same outcome either way, so...
Jerry does something like just really strong on that edge guard. If you like watch it back, the forward air that he did, of course, sniped the jump because like he jumped up and did it, but immediately after he started falling, so it looked like he was like locked and loaded to also cover the edge.
Right.
So it was either like, you get your jump taken, or I cover the edge. The only thing that maybe beats it is air dodge. And at that point, you can't save Nana, and like you're also like at a frame disadvantage. It's just very strong edge guarding tool, that forward air in that position.
Yeah.
It's not like Puff only has the one jump to use either, so.
Right.
Even game in game 4.
Cool Lime doing a lot better than the last couple games.
Yeah. And the pounds are back.
Jerry reaching back into his bag of tricks.
Yeah, like one of his bags of tricks.
So right there, he ran under the pound and then did a back air. Very nice.
You know, it's kind of like a classic. I think of it as a like a Fox Puff thing, where it's either they go low and you like full hop, or they go high and you get under them. That's kind of like that same idea. I think it's just Ices aren't quite as good at it, but
yeah, definitely not. Not quite as fast.
And like, I don't think the reward's quite as high either.
No.
Okay, and then we started to see a little bit of like the facing backwards that we were talking about maybe Wobbles used to do.
Right.
Then he comes up with that back air or threatens a down smash.
Ooh, smart stuff from Jerry avoiding the punish.
There's the down smash that we were talking about.
Yep.
Commentators curse working in my favor.
Yeah, he's definitely making sure he's facing backwards more.
I wonder what Jerry bag of tricks facing backwards is good against.
He's going to need to figure that out. Oh, barely gets out in time. Nana was almost ready. And, okay.
Tries to confirm down to down, jab to down smash. Puffs are like everyone likes to jump out of hit stun. Puffs really like to do it. You just get one jump sniped, like so what?
Yeah,
You're still fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Takes a hit, but he's tries to put a beating on Popo, so there's no chance to save Nana. Probably pretty smart. Good trade of percent. Always feels like a little bit of like a moral victory, even if you lose Nana, to get some more damage onto Jigglypuff's last stock.
Yeah, definitely. And there's a little bit right now for Cool Lime.
At this point, some moves KO, like with both of them.
Yeah. So he's already in good shape for the last stock. Oh,
that was really
a little
weird.
wacky. Fountain platforms definitely produce a lot of wacky situations when they're very low to the ground like that.
Yeah, a lot of characters, when they do certain moves or like a grab, their ECB like goes up just a little bit. So sometimes it just like teleports you on the platform because you get caught. I think it's really funny when you do like Falcon's up smash and he like teleports up on that.
Yeah, I thought for a second Cool Line might go for the up B, but not the type of climbers player to go for that.
Me neither. That sounds crazy.
Ooh, okay. Catches Jerry just chilling on the ground for a sec. And game 5, Cool Line making a lot of adjustments between games 2 and 3 and game 4 to turn this into a last game situation.
So this game is for who gets to winners finals, and maybe more importantly, this season, Cool Line could tie it up in sets. Yeah. And then before you know it, he's looking like, hey, I'm actually the 1 seed. He's got Jerry's seed, and he has like even number of wins against him head to head.
Yeah.
So Cool Line really poised to be able to maybe take the whole tournament.
Yeah, if he wins this set, then he's definitely got a great shot at it. Obviously, Vist, very good against ICs, so that will be a tough one, but Cool Line could definitely do this. Ooh, smart. Hits Puff first and then goes for the save.
Good, like, wide vision.
Yeah.
Like if you just like look solely at saving Nana, you might not see that perhaps you can get one hit in and make it even more safe.
Yeah. And catches Puff falling after the jab. I'm not sure if Jerry had time to jump out there. It kind of looked like he did, and maybe he was just trying to drift away out of range instead, but obviously did not work out for him.
Looked like there was like some funky smash DI too that might have actually like hurt him. Okay, Cool Line chasing onto the platform. Not something we've seen a lot, but he's really sort of favoring this wave dash back air. A little more than he was in the first few games.
Yeah, definitely. I think that adjustment has already paid off wonderfully for him.
Yeah, you know, he hasn't hit it that many times, but it seems like a lot of the times when Jerry's going for those high bears, like he's going to go high and then like swoop in and away low, which kind of keeps him safe from like the falling back air to get grabbed.
Right.
It's getting hit by the bear. So although it might not give him the biggest return, Cool Line has something that can beat one of Jerry's favorite options.
Yeah.
There's a couple things, as a matter of fact.
Actually. And the drill into forward smash, that's not a combo, but Nana's too dumb to do anything about it, so works out.
Cool Line with, like, magnificent DI.
Yeah.
The back airs.
He's truly making Jerry work for this kill.
He's just really stealing back air, which is, like, pretty good in itself.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a move we're going to see a few more times in stock, if I had to guess.
Chances are.
Yeah. That'd be an interesting stat if you could track like how much each move is used.
Yeah.
Because I've seen like how many inputs or like how many aerials or grounded moves. How many like of a back air is used? That's interesting.
I wonder what the average number of back airs per Puff match is. It's got to be pretty ridiculous. I could see it at least being triple digits.
How many is it per stock even? Like,
ooh,
20 or 30? Yeah, Cool Line taking the lead in Game 5 against the #1 seed.
That's pretty crazy.
Wants to settle the score with Jerry, even up the set history for this season.
Oh, man. Getting a lot of damage, and Cool Line as something... Oh, wow. That worked out so well for him.
That was super cool.
Something that... big distinction from what we saw earlier from Icy Mojo. Cool Line is making sure to get some damage on Jerry before he starts going for the grab. Yeah, that's such a difference because Jerry is not matched out of any of these grabs. When you think about with like how high of a success rate he had at doing that against Icy Mojo. Right, and again, it was just because Icy was grabbing him at 0 to 10% in that range and trying to wait for Nana to catch up and stuff.
Yeah,
so.
Whereas like Cool Line's already factored that in. He's like, well, that's not going to work. Got to do something different.
Yeah.
So he's not wasting his time. Or if he does get the grab, it's just like maybe pummel buffer down, throw something else.
Right. It's not. If he gets a grab, it's just because probably Jerry messed up, but he's not looking for the grab at low percent because he knows it's not doing much for him.
Exactly. Once again, Cool Line living a very long time on Dreamland. Unfortunately for him, it doesn't seem to matter.
Yeah. Oof. And Cool Line trying to hide that jump, save it for last minute, but Jerry was like, nah, dog. All right, so Jerry needs to, I think this is a very important stock. If he manages to, if not get the kill, get some decent damage here, then he's looking in much better shape. But if he dies quickly, then it's going to be rough.
Yeah, it's almost like, you ever watch like World Series of Poker?
Yeah.
You know, like they have the percentage of like each person winning based on the cards? Like it's like, It's like him hitting on the flop if he can get a lot of damage.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And otherwise, it's just like a check mark.
Oof. Not quite a check mark.
It's not a check mark,
but it's looking rough. He's got a couple outs, but ooh, okay.
Well, I mean, so one thing that does work in Jerry's favor is it's always like you get this stock. You have to play a really strong one.
Right.
Rest is on the table for the last one.
Yeah.
You could use rest.
Yeah.
And it won't kill right away on Dreamland.
But
Yep, that's going to do
won't even
it.
get the opportunity because Cool Lime has brought this all the way back from a 2-1 deficit and a strong 2-1 deficit. It looked like those games that went in Jerry's favor were dominant. It looked like Jerry had kind of solved how to beat Cool Lime, but Cool Lime with some great adjustments in game 4 and 5 and is moving on to winners finals.
Yeah, we saw in that Fountain game, he just